Hello guys and girls, FoxyRaven-TV here with another Fallout 76 video. So in this video here we're gonna check out this LS mark. So this is a Bloodied with weapon speed and minus action point cost. We're gonna compare this to a fixer with the same role, Bloodied and weapon speed and minus action point costs. I did not mod these with any armor penetration on them. As you can tell, they don't have any armor piercing on them, but the rolls are totally the same. The build, I choose to take out Tenderizer. As you can tell, it's right there. It's not up here. I also choose to take something out, like the Adrenaline. So the only damage perk cards we have are stable damage perk card. This meaning that no matter how many times we shoot at the target, no matter how many targets we kill and so on, the damage will be the same on the targets, because there are no perk cards that benefits from attacking or killing more targets. As you can tell, the Adrenaline here says gain 10% to a max 60% damage for 30 seconds when you kill an enemy. So when you have killed 6 enemies, you get 60% more damage out of this perk card. So of course this has to be taken out. The same for the Tenderizer. When you hit a target, you deal 10% more damage for 10 seconds. So yeah, of course that is taken out as well. We do not have any perk cards right here that are benefiting over the other. No matter how many times we hit the target, the damage should be the same here. As you can tell, there you go. The mutations that we're using are Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Carnivore, Eagle Eyes, Aircat, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. We of course fully hydrated and fully fed because we are always on perfect bubblegum. And yeah, if you wonder about the appeal and my armor, you can check that in the video description. Let's get to it. So first of all, we are going down here, and we're starting off, I think, with the fixer. The fixer has a longer range than the Elders Mark. As you can tell, the range here is 174, right, compared to 90. It's almost twice as long range. So yeah, and the fire rate, let's look at that. 98, right? So just under 100. This one has 132, so servers will hiccup with this here. For sure. VATS accuracy, 70. VATS accuracy, 65. AP cost 3. And AP cost of 4. They're both primed as well, so yeah. Let's get up here. Headshot. So 350, right? Let's switch over to the Elders Mark here. That is 150, almost 150. That's 130. No, 143. 143 less damage. 143 less damage. That means if we shoot, let's say, 10 rounds. With the fixer, we're dealing 3,500 damage with 10 shots. With the Elders Mark, with 10 shots, we're only dealing 2,070 damage. That is almost 1,500 less than the fixer. Oh, but it has faster fire rate, sure. You're just wasting bullets. But it has 50 in the magazine. Yeah, it does. The fixer has 30. If you take these 50 bullets here, and we're gonna time that. So I'm gonna take my phone. Don't you all have phones? Gonna go on to the calculator here. I'm gonna type 207 times 50. That is 10,350 damage. Gonna do the same with the fixer. I'm gonna type 350 times 30 because it's only having 30 in the magazine. That's 10,500 precise. 10,500 precise on the fixer compared to 10,350. So even though the Elder's Mark fire 50 bullets, and the Fixer, the Elder's Mark is firing 50 bullets for 10,350 damage. The Fixer is firing 30 bullets for 10,500 damage, so 150 more damage, but it is using 20 less bullets. I had to make this video, guys and girls, and the reason I had to do this, yeah, I wasted 2 modules on a crap weapon like the Elder's Mark, is because I got tired. People saying the Elder's Mark is the best weapon, it's dealing the best damage, it has the best DPS. Actually, no, because it's dealing 150 less damage over the Fixer. Sure, you can mod it with 60 armor penetration on the Fixer and only 40 on the... no, you can mod the Elder's Mark with 60% armor penetration, and the Fixer you can mod with 40 armor penetration. The bullets will get lower on the Fixer. You will have like 20 or 25 bullets when you're using a Bloodied. We're gonna go over to the Super Mutant. We're gonna do the same thing here, guys and girls. Oh, and also, this is the reload speed on the Fixer. This is the reload speed on the Elder's Mark. The Elder's Mark has a better reload speed. And that is because I choose the quick eject drum. So I should actually not have done that. That is totally my bad. The Elder's Mark have an advantage over the Fixer right now with the reload speed. So we cannot do that right now. Unless, of course, I can put up my tent here and change that. I have to do that so we can compare the reload speed probably. So this one has the large on it, as you can tell, and the large actually does the reload speed is lower, as you can tell. I can switch it over to the Swift. I could, but we're getting 5 less bullets in the magazine here. What I will do though is I will go into the Elder's Mark, and I do know, of course, you're gonna do a faster reload. That ain't what I'm saying. Of course, you're gonna choose this over this one here. Of course you are. Why shouldn't you? But just for testing here, and now it fires. The Fixer is a little lower on the reload if you have the 30 bullets in it. But if you choose to have like 25 bullets in it, like let's just craft them with both faster fire rate here. Not faster fire rate, faster reload here. So we're gonna go in again. Gonna take the quick eject drum here. The Fixer here. We're gonna take on the Swift magazine here. And gonna try again. The Elder's Mark does have quite a little faster reload. It just a tiny bit though. Does it matter in the long run? If you're firing 1,000 bullets into a boss, yes, but you should not be firing 1,000 bullets into a boss. You should be able to kill it way faster than using 1,000 bullets. Absolutely should. Going in here, gonna start this time around with the Elder's Mark, and I showed you in another video, guys and girls. I'm not gonna put on the awareness just to show you their resistances, because they are really super close to each other inside here when they're level 100. So 232. Don't care about the hounds. 251. 242. 231. 230. I'm not saying the Elder's Mark is bad, guys and girls. Have that in mind. I'm just saying you, the fixer's better. The fixer is the king. I don't care if you believe anything else. It just ain't true. Just ain't true. We didn't even kill that there. Holy smoke. Yeah, wow. It's not even good, to be honest. It's decent, but good. No, not really. The Elder's Mark is not really good, no. But you can put explosive bullets on. Yeah, sure you could. You could also put something else on it. But we're gonna test them. And did you see that? Because of the fire rate, it didn't register. Before I spent almost a full clip on it. That is the problem. When you have over, did you see that? That was still a like a hiccup from the servers, and that is the problem when you have a weapon with over 100 fire rate. Then you get into trouble like that. This time around, the servers behaved pretty okay. I gotta kill the final one here. I actually switched to a fixer here. Do you see the damage difference? That is crazy, guys and girls. Crazy damage difference here from similar weapons in terms of modding. I mean, we're dealing 400 damage with the fixer. 400 damage. Did you see that? 401 with the fixer here. Gonna switch over to Elder's Mark. 240. That's it. We're dealing almost twice as much damage with the fixer, guys and girls. Almost twice as much damage. The Elder's Mark is not that great. Is it usable? Sure, of course it is. I mean, I used a pocket knife. I mean a butter knife, right? I call it a butter knife, I think. I've shown you that a butter knife is capable of doing whatever content in the game. Even killed the Scorpius Queen in one of my videos with it. And it did daily ops and so on with it as well. Even with the double mutation events. I just used the melee on that. And yeah, super easy. That time we did a little less than 400. I should have switched to the Elder's Mark. Switching to Elder's Mark. Do you see that? Again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the Elder's Mark is bad. I mean, it's just not a fixer. It just ain't. It's not even close to the handmade. And I do know that some people will get mad about this here. But numbers really don't lie. I really don't. Getting lucky with all the legendaries here though. This time around here at West Tech. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. And it's firing incredible fast, but that is not a good thing always. Because, as you can tell, I stopped shooting way before, and it just took a minute to... sorry, to actually die. So, what would I use? What would I personally use? Fixer. Always fixer in VATS. Not even gonna compare those two here. I mean, I actually am comparing them, right? But there's no comparison. The fixer is the king. It has always been the case, and it will always be the case, unless they are really changing things up. I mean, we could actually go and give the Elder's Mark an highly advanced thing here. I mean, we're giving it the 60 armor penetration on it, and we're giving the fixer the 40%. Then we're gonna go into West Tech again. So, gonna mod them like people would have modded them, I suppose. And we are gonna throw in... Oh, not that. Elder's Mark here. We are gonna put in... Where is it? Where is it? It's not on the drum. Oh, then we're getting over to the normal bullets here. So we're gonna do the same with the fixer, actually, I think. Just so... Yeah. So normal bullets here, right? Instead of the prime. And look at that. 60 armor penetration on it. Right? We're gonna do the same here. We are gonna switch this to an automatic. Where is it? Powerful automatic receiver here. There we go. But we are also gonna put in the... Let's actually just do the stinging. Or should we go all the way up to the perforating? No, I want the Elder's Mark to have a higher advantage. So it has 40% more armor penetration. Can you see that? 60 versus 20. 60, 20. 60, 20. Gonna do that, and we're gonna use normal bullets here. Let's just put these in here. Put that in, and use the normal... Let's just do... That's fine. And we are gonna go inside of West-Tech again. And as you can tell, this time around, 60 armor penetration on the Elder's Mark. Versus only 20 on the fixer. I think that minute is gone now. So I think it should have been reset now. And the reason I do this on Super Mutants is because, as I have said a million times, Super Mutants are in the mid-tier of resistances. So they're not as weak as Gold, Wall Miners, and so on, but they're not as tough as Mirelurk Kings, Queens, and so on and so on. Starting off here, that's 311. That's kind of decent, to be honest. 311. Just gonna kill the dog. We don't care about that. 311 still. Still 311. So it means we have hit the cap of our armor penetration because all of them are getting the same damage, as you can tell. 311. So we reached the armor penetration cap, even though we are a bloodied. It's a bloodied weapon. Do you see that? And the armor penetration is 60. But with the 60 and something like this one here, the tank killer, with 36 more, we reached the absolute cap. Actually, we did that before, way before. But yeah, we reached the cap on the armor penetration, as you can tell. They're all taking the same damage. So this is the max number you can get out of the Elder's Mark. That's 311, even on a legendary here. Just gonna kill the doggos here with this one. Gonna switch over to the fixer now. It's still dealing 120 more damage. A little more there. No, actually, that was 311 for. So it's still dealing over 100 more damage each shot. The fixer here. Did we not kill the dog? I hear a dog growling. It must be in here. But yeah, even though the fixer has less armor penetration, and I mean less like a lot, it's 40% less armor penetration, it is still dishing over 100 more damage each bullet. And you should actually care about the damage each bullet, because you want to get the maximum damage. I created that, that was my bad. That was 700 and something in crit with the fixer here. But as you can tell, the fixer is just dishing out way more damage. And I actually think we are close. We are close, even though it's only 20%. We are close at the armor max armor penetration, as you can tell, when we are actually killing the super mutants. The damage is rather more or less the same, right? More or less. So we are close at hitting it. So if we put on the 40% armor penetration on it, we hit the max number of armor penetration. So putting a anti-armor on this one here. Oh, that dog died. Putting a anti-armor on weapons like these here, you're just wasting the 1-star. You're absolutely wasting it. Absolutely wasting it, guys and girls. As I said before, because you have something like Tank Killer, and also because you have modules that you can put armor penetration on them, and even with 20% here on the fixer, we are super close hitting the cap on armor penetration with the fixer here. And you can tell that when the numbers don't actually scale. That means that you are reaching more or less the cap on the armor penetration. As you can see, we are close, because that is the maximum damage numbers we are getting out of it. Switching over to Elder's Mark again. 311, 311. So the Elder's Mark reached the max number, even on a legendary here. It reached the max number of armor penetration on it. And we know that because 311 is the maximum number we can get out of the weapon here. So if we put anti-armor on this one here, we would still see 311 damage. So again, that would be a waste, right? That would be absolutely a waste. Still in caution, I can't find the final one. I think I hear something though. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's not in stealth there. But yeah, there you go, guys and girls. I mean, don't get me wrong, as I said, the Elder's Mark is a perfect okay weapon. It's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Remember that. It's okay. But the fixer is still the king, guys and girls, in terms of stealth commander weapons. Stealth commander weapons, fixer is king. Anywho, that will be that for this video here, guys and girls. And yeah, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.